Hi everyone, so happy you took the time again to come over and watch a new video from Dyanne, and my name is Janny. And of course, for everyone who is here already for a long time, welcome. And for everyone who is new here, we hope you like this content, and afterwards we hope you will consider subscribing to Dyanne and my channel. On this channel we do lots of DIYs, decorating, cleaning and a little bit of shopping. So if you like this content, don't forget to subscribe to Dyanne and my channel. And for now, like I always say, enough talking, let's see what we are up to. Here you see what we will use for this DIY. You see one piece of this cardboard canvas. Of course you have canvas with a wooden frame, but I will use the canvas with some cardboard on the back side of it. Of course we will use 4 pieces of square pieces of wood, and I chose the 15 by 15 because I have this laying around. This was for my winter season, so I will use this 4 pieces. So you need 4 pieces of wood, 15 by 15. Of course you can do it any size you like, and of course I will use one bigger piece of cardboard, also 15 by 15, but the top will be on from this cardboard. So I will going to make this into a square. So here you see a little bit what I mean. So I wanted to show you also, so you don't think what is he talking about. So I will make the sides, I will make from wood, and I will make the top from cardboard, and the underside will be open. So you also can turn it around for the present, but this will be my wooden present, and the top will be from cardboard. Dyanne is also, like you see later, Dyanne is making it from presents. We also bought from the Action, and you can buy them of course from the Dollar Tree. I will start with making my squares, and I will make one piece. Now we're going to start with our present. What I did, you already see my lines. I did take some of the wooden pieces. I was laying it on top of it, just making with some pencil. I'm just measured it out. And of course I will cut it out with some knife. So we have the top from cardboard, but of course you can also saw out. I did 4 pieces of this wood, but you can also do 5 pieces. But for me that didn't work the greatest, because here you see this one I also will make in a Christmas present. I used it already last year from a Christmas present. Then I did it, we used it for the Valentine's season, 2 of them, and now I'm going to reuse it again for this Christmas season. And I am going a little bit for the neutral tones for this Christmas season. So this one also will change up the same way like we use this. And I always say I am so happy always to reuse your decor, because you don't have to buy always new things, because that's always a waste of money. I always say look around in what you have and just turn it around again to make one of your own. So I'm going to cut it out, and then I will glue everything together. So here you see already I have my box already glued, and what I did, of course, here's the little piece of cardboard which will be on top. So I will glue this also on top, and then we're going to paint it in the black color. And then we'll also, before I forget, we have to strip our other boxes from the Valentine, so I can paint them all in the school board black paint. So I will glue this on top of it. So for here you see already my 3 boxes. I already will paint in the black, of course, the school board paint, and I will do it in the black color, but of course you can do it in any color you like. So I will do all boxes in the black, and you would say this is also black, but this is spray paint black, and I don't like the finish of it. So I will also do this one also in the school board black. Then you will see that they are fitting nicely together. So this will be a little task, so I will show you when everything is done. So here you see already my boxes are painted, and they are painted in 2 in the black, and I totally forgot to show you that I painted 1 in the white. And you see already I distressed it a little bit, but I will distress it later on even more. But I will do that after I made my printables. So I hope you come along to my computer and then I show you how I make my printables for the present boxes. But before I go further, I totally did forget to show you my inspiration piece, and this is the one from $48 here euros. Of course, a little bit the same like dollars, and you see here 3 packages for 48.37. So it's a lot of money, and you see already you can make so easy make one of your own. What you see here already, I have printed out my print for my black boxes. I will use on 2 sides this print, and on each side this print. And of course every print I use I will have in my free printables. You can make them one of your own, so don't worry if you can make them yourself. You can always go to our description box. There you find the link for free printables, and there is fall, Christmas, farmhouse, a lot of categories, so go and look for it. So you see for the white one I choose a little bit of the buffalo check with some greenery and some black. And of course I also have a little bit of the same ribbon with it, but we will see that later. So for that, so take a look at this print and make one of your own. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to cut them out and I will Mod Podge them on top of one of them. So I will show you that in a moment. So you see already I cut all my prints out, and what I'm going to do right now, I just lay my box on the sides because I leave the top black because that will be with a ribbon and some greenery, but I only do the sides. So I will do first, I'm going to lay this on top of here, and I will look if the fitting is right, and of course the fitting is okay. So make also how big your box is, also make the print the same way. I'm going to Mod Podge it on top of it, and then I'm going to do on this side, I'm going to do this just a blank one, so you can also use it to write Christmas wishes on top of it, and the other side will be again one with the Christmas tree, and the other side will also be, the opposite side will be this one. So you can put a little piece of twine on it with some little crayon, and everyone can write the Christmas wishes, so you can use it also as a centerpiece on your table for Christmas. So but I'm going to Mod Podge this one on top of it, and then I show you how the box is looking like, because I think you don't want to see that so long how I am going to Mod Podge it. Here you see already I have all 3 of them, the prints on top of it on each side with a little print on it, and the other side a blank like I told you earlier. So they have to dry right now for a moment, because before we can do the tops and before we can distress a little bit more the white one. So we have to wait for a while, but for you it's only seconds, so I will be right back in a flash. Already on my table you see already one big mess. I am always working with a lot of mess on my table. You see already they are dried right now. The boxes are totally dried, and I am so happy how they turned out, all three of them. This is totally different. This is really farmhouse, and this is a little bit more of the rustic vintage farmhouse. And like I told you, I have to distress them, but I thought I had one of them was extra, so I did one on top of it, and I really liked the way to have one on top of it and then do some greenery inside of it. So I also printed out for my black boxes the top print. My plan was not to use them, but if I am looking right now, I don't know how you think about it, but I am really loving the top, and then I'm going to finish it off. So I'm still going to Mod Podge this on top of it, and then we're going to finish it off with the greenery, with the ribbon. I have some couple of ribbons over here. It's just what I have in my stash. So just look around in your house and just find something you already have laying around, and it's so easy to make, but you already see how easy these boxes are for making. So just going to try one of them if you are done with Dyanne and my video. So I am going to Mod Podge this, and then I'll show you the top. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to distress it a little bit. This one with a little bit black and the brown, and the other ones only with the brown. So I'm going to take just a little bit of my black schoolboard paint and just dab it. Unless there has to be only almost nothing on top of your brush, because or else you get much too much black on your box. But if you like it, it's okay, of course, too. But I am going to just do a little bit around the sides again. You see already here a little bit in the corners, just to give it a little bit more of the black feeling. I hope I do it on camera, but you see already he is getting darker. But if you like a little bit more of the white, it's also fine, but I like it a little bit more this way. But if you like the real farmhouse, then you probably like it a little bit more in the white. So you see already this is one side, and of course I do it later on a little bit of the brown. I'll show you that also in a moment. I will do all sides of them with the black, and then we are going to do the brown. But you see already how simple it is just to distress your own piece. So this is already how the box is looking like with the black distressing. And of course what I'm going to do right now, just do a little bit of the brown, but not too much, just as much as you like. I see already I did a little bit too much over here, but we will work that away. That's the greatest about chalk paint. You also can remove it very easily, and just do a little bit on the sides. And you see already with me it's no rhyme or reason where I do it or how I do it. Yeah, I'm just doing something, and most of the time it will work out fine. So just use a little bit where you think it needs a little bit of the brown color. So I will finish this off and then I show you. So you see already a little bit how he turned out, and I just did a little bit of the brown and the black, and of course the base was white, black with white on top of it, and then you see already you get a little mixture of all colors, and I think he looks very nice. I'm going to do the other boxes with a little bit of brown, and then I show you how we are going to decorate the top. Finally we are going to do the decorate the top. Here you see already the top of my first box. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use some greenery. I use this kind of greenery, but you can use any greenery you like. I'm always cutting off the underside of our greenery because I don't like the plastic which is showing. I use 4 of the longer pieces, and what I'm going to do, I'm just gluing them on top of my, a little bit in the middle, so in the side directions, a little bit over here. Just make sure you have a little bit the middle. It doesn't have to be exactly the middle, because you can work a little bit with it and just do some glue on the outside of this one and just glue it also this way. Another big one to go to the other side. For everyone who doesn't like to see how I'm doing it, just skip forward. If you think this is boring, I understand. But for everyone who enjoys seeing how I make my simple base, because this is the simple one you can make, and it's always nice to look. It gives a nice look. That's a better word, I think. At least I always hope it gives a high-end look for, for cheap. Now we have a little bit of the smaller pieces. Here you already see I have the underside already off. What I'm going to do in the open spaces, I am going to lay the smaller ones. And I have to cut off a little bit of this side. And just glue this in the middle of this one. And you see already it gives already a nice look, and only with some simple 4 bigger ones and 4 smaller ones, and just squeeze them in. And of course I'm trying to do it as fast as I can because I don't want you to wait too long. And this will be a little bit of my simple base, which is fitting for a lot of your decor. What I'm going to do, I took 4 of the berries, 2 of the green one, because I have this box, of course, a little bit in the green, a little bit of the brown and a little bit of the white. So what I'm going to do, I'm just remove this one and I'm just going to fold this together a little bit smaller. And what I'm going to do, I'm doing to one this way. So I'm doing just a little bit glue on top of here and just squeeze it a little bit in, but also not too far, because there has to be a bow on top of it, and then you won't see nothing of your berries anymore. And you can use any color berries you like. If you like a little bit better, for the other box I will use the red, so you will see that in a moment. But I will do this one in a little bit of this direction, just squeeze it a little bit in. And just make sure that it glues to your box and not to your fingers like I have. It's always better if you glue it to the box. That's one. Now we are going to do the white. And of course we have to remove this one, because I don't want that kind of leaves for the Christmas season. And I'm just doing a little bit over here. And now we are going to a little bit going this way and just work a little bit under it, because later on you won't see it anymore. Now it looks a little bit strange, but if you imagine that there will be a bow on top of it, then you will understand that everything will be worked away. I still need to get this loose, and of course when you want to go to do it as fast as you can, you will never get it off your. Yes, I'm finally free of my of my leaves. This took a little bit, and of course I'm just laying it a little bit this way. Now we're going to remove our glue wires. And of course what I'm going to do right now, you see already this is very simple, the base. For this box I'm going to use my velvet black ribbon and my little blocked ribbon, of course, together. I will make a bow of it. If you want to see, because I already did a lot of bows in how I make them in my videos. Dyanne, later on Dyanne is showing you her bow, how she is making it, so stay tuned for that. But you see already I am going to make my bow for this, but 2 bows in one video is a little bit too much, I think. But if you want to have another video with a lot of bows in this, just leave a comment down below. But for now I'm going to make it out of camera. So you see already I still have to fluff my bow, but I just did 3 of the brown, 3 of the green. I don't know what happened, but you just fell away. So I'm doing a little bit of the glue inside of the middle, and I'm just going to glue my bow over here. And then later I will fluff it up. I think you call it fluff it up. So I just need to work a little with my buffalo check. So you have on each side a little of each color. So, and of course we have to show a little bit of the coloring. I will fluff it up and then I show you the box incomplete. So don't look at the mess on my table, because on my table is always a big mess. But you see a little bit, this is more of my neutral way of making my bows. And of course there are much better better bow makers than I am. I'm just doing what I think is right. But you think I am really loving how this little present is turned out. I will do the rest a little bit of the same way I did this one, and then I show you all three of them how they are finished. And here is the end result of my 3 present boxes for the Christmas season. Here you see the 2 I reused already for a Christmas ago, a Valentine, and now they are back again for the Christmas season. And you see already I am loving the burgundy red, the dark green, the dark brown and the black. I am really loving this too for in my home for this coming Christmas. And of course this one with the plaid I will use outside. I am really loving. So if you like a little bit more of the farmhouse decor, then probably this is one little bit more your style. But I'm going for a little bit for the rustic and a little bit for the warmer colors. So these two will be in my home. You will find them back in our home tour over a couple of months because Christmas is still a little while away. But I am really happy how they all three turned out. And of course the printables, the free printables you will find in our description box. So go check it out and make one of your own. In a moment you will see Dyanne, and Dyanne is making them from cardboard but with her own twist and her own style. I already saw them and they turned out beautiful. So go check it out. But for me, I am really happy how mine turned out, and just I always hope you get a little bit of inspiration from it and just make one of your own. And before we go further to see what Dyanne is up to and what she's making of her cardboard boxes for the Christmas season, I have to tell you that this video is part of a beautiful close collaboration called Farmhouse High End for Cheap, which we are hosting every Tuesday of each month together with the beautiful Kiki from Kiki's DIY. And each month we have beautiful guest hosts, and this month are Zana from OK at Home DIY and of course the beautiful Nadia from DIY with Nadia. I have a link down below for all the beautiful ladies in my description box, so go check it out. And of course, we have a playlist in our description box so you can find all 4 of us, and very easy to see what we did for this Farmhouse High End for Cheap. Of course, everyone is looking for beautiful decor on a budget, so go check it out. And now let's see what Dyanne is up to.
Hey everyone, Dyanne here. Are you ready for this DIY? I'm going to transform these 2 paper boxes into Christmas presents. They're made from cardboard. As you can see, this is the lid, just with an ordinary bow. This is the inside part. It is a gift package, and it has some ribbons upon it. Brown ones, and the box itself is grey. Not the most ideal color combination if you ask me. I think I can make it a little bit more Christmassy than it was before. These boxes were from, I believe, Action. Similar to Dollar Tree in the Netherlands and, USA. Action is actually the Dollar Tree of the Netherlands. So, well, I think I'm start by removing this ribbon. I believe it is just glued on the inside part of the boxes. Yeah, that goes up really easily, look. Only ribbon is tearing a little bit. So remove through this angle here, which isn't the easiest one, so I'll try to do it first here. Well, the first one was the easiest, I suppose. Yeah, this one comes off too. Might tear up the ribbon, but that isn't a problem, because I think I'm going to throw this away either. I really don't like the color, and I don't know what to do either with it. What a struggle. I need a pair of scissors for this job. I'll be back soon. Okay, back again with the scissors. I really need to cut off this tiny part here, which keeps tearing up the whole ribbon. Yeah, there we go. Now it becomes a more steady base for the DIY. This one goes off pretty easy. Okay, this is the top section. Inside is glued the same way. So I'm just going to tear it off. Oh, that was not supposed to happen. Let me just quickly save this from destroying the DIY further. I think if I tear it downwards, everything will stay intact. Yes, there it comes, I believe. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to remove these also same way, just as I did it with the top one. I'm going to do that for both of the boxes. I really don't know the price anymore, sorry. Well, I think, taking a look at Action, there we go, there will be between 2, 3 euros, something like that, for each box. Okay, time to remove the ribbon from the other one, and then we can continue with our base for the Christmas present. I'm ready to give these boxes a makeover. Therefore, I have this blackboard paint, which I'm going to use as a base for the color of the boxes here. I have some very cool ribbons here that I want to use for decorating. I have red one with snowflakes, and this most cute one. They're both from Janny, by the way. Really, Janny is my local supplier for crafting stuff. Here you can see the best. Just little farmhouse trucks with a little bit of glitter. You can see it when I move it upside down. Snowflakes. And it says Merry Christmas. So these are for later use. So I'm going to do something with red. But first we need a nice base. And therefore I'll be using the blackboard paint. Okay. Let me show you a little bit of what the paint looks like. It's very thick stuff. You don't need that much. And it has full coverage within one layer. Look how thick it is coming from the brush. And there we go. Works on every surface. And of course is waterproof, otherwise you can wipe it clean when you need to write something upon your blackboard. This paint comes from Action. Janny and I use it in a lot of our crafts because the quality is super good and the price is also reasonable. And it now is a little bit shiny, but it dries up completely matte. This is a close-up. You can see it here. Now it is shiny, but when everything is dry, it is completely matte. So let me paint the whole things and I will show you how it looks like when I'm done painting. The boxes are now painted black. I only see here and there some little points which I have to do again. But I really like how they look in the black color. Now I want to find a print on the internet which fits in this part of the box. I think I'm going to find two different pictures but are in a similar way, so you can see that these two presents will match each other. I found some printables for the presents. This is a layer for the top section of the present. These are for the sides. Let me just show you close up. This is just a checkout print from the internet, a free one, free to download. And here we have the prints for the front section. So be careful because the printer ink might be wet. I assembled these ones in Photoshop doing the following steps. The red one you see here is actually the same print as these are. Then I just draw a white part with, you can see here, some green around, just a green line. And I found these images here from Mistletoe, and this is a printable from, I believe, the Design Hippo or the File Hippo. If you want the link, just ask me, I will put it down in the description box because these are free to download. This is a set of 2 with the same truck and the same letters, only just different text. And I'm going to cut these out now and then just Mod Podge them upon the boxes. One extra tip before you start printing: make sure that there is a visible edge between the part where you need to cut and the part where you don't need to cut. Because Word, this is where I just put these images in, Word stick these ones together, and I really have no idea how to cut them out. So I just noticed it before printing, otherwise I could do the whole thing again, and yeah, you know, printer ink isn't for free. So just move the images up and down a little bit, and now I have a really cool edge, visible white on a darker color for me how to cut. And that's what I'm going to do, just using the largest scissors that I have at home to make a straighter line, because straight cutting isn't one of the things I'm superb in. I keep going until everything is cut out. All images are cut. Now I'm going to glue them. Well, I'm starting to do the first one here on the top section. It isn't exactly the same size as the top section, but that is because if I would have made it bigger, I'm afraid that it wouldn't fit anymore. Okay, so first I'm going to take my fake Mod Podge, because this stuff is, I think, 15 times cheaper than real Mod Podge in the Netherlands. Just pour something on the paper. Then take a clean brush, I need this one, and start brushing out the glue to all the corners of the paper. I might need more if I'm seeing it right now. I think we're almost there. Yeah. Pick it up. I need to stand, otherwise I can't see well enough what I'm doing. This is okay. Carefully drop the image. Then you take a clean brush and I start brushing from the inside out, first in the cross section. Oh, sorry. Now just brush out the design towards the edges. And why I do this, just to remove the air bubbles that might be underneath the design. And then you are done. Let it dry. And after it is dry, I'm going to seal it using real Mod Podge, because if I use this cheap glue, I'm going to ruin all the ink from the printer. So the cheaper stuff is perfectly for gluing, but not for sealing. And now we wait. Really happy with how it looks. Really Christmassy. Okay, the boxes are ready, and now I can start decorating them. This is how they look like without any for the decoration. I decided not to seal the designs because now everything has a really cute and matte look. And also the prints are glued pretty neat to the cardboard. So I'm leaving it this way. Next step for me is to use bow, or bow, no bow, really the words today, to use, I totally forgot the word. What is this being called? Ribbon, yeah, of course. Super difficult word. First I wanted to use one with this and one with this kind of ribbon, but to be honest, I don't think I like this color combination, so I'm going to use this one another time. I will be using this one on both packages, and this thick burlap will be the base. I'm going to wrap ribbon around like this, and then I'm going to make a nice bow on top. So I'm going to heat up my hot glue gun, then I will start gluing first the burlap to the packages and then going over it with this one, and then I will make a bow. I will show you how it looks like in the next step. The packages are now wrapped with the burlap and with the ribbon. What I did, just put a little bit of glue here underneath, wrap them around, first the burlap, then the ribbon with the trucks, glued here, here, one on the back, and then this is what you get. Now I want to make a really cute bow on top, and at least I want to use this one for it, and I think the, where is it? The little bit smaller burlap, because they have the same width together. So not the bigger one that was just for coverage underneath here. Now it's time for bow making. Okay, time to make the bow. You take a piece of ribbon that you want to use. I have a measure part here. I'm using 42 centimeters for each. Oh, I can better do it this way, otherwise my ribbon falls at the table. Cut it off at the length you need. Just measure how much works for you. Then you need a staple here. You can also use glue, of course, that is up to you. And this here where the staple is will be the back, so you're not going to see that. Trying to do it. Only put the staple in straight. Press. Now it is attached. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make several out of these, also burlap. Then you can put them together like this, stack them upon each other. So I will show it once again with the same ribbon. You can use all colors that you like. Well, the idea is put the staple part down, do it like this, do it like this until you're happy with how many ribbons you have. And then when you're satisfied, you can bundle up the whole thing with iron wire and put it together. You can even, if you want to, use greenery, you know, like this underneath, and tie that in or tuck that in with the same iron wire, so you have one big piece which you can attach to your package. Here are the burlap parts, also 42 centimeters long, and the width is 5 centimeters, exactly the same as the ribbon with the trucks. Just staple the whole thing together again. Well, and then you get the idea of putting this one down, putting this one over here. You know, just make really nice, some sort of funky bow. Now I have 4 loops here. Put them between your fingers and start with the color you like, then add another color. Just put them here in the middle, pinch them between the fingers, and, well, hold them together like this, for example. So the last part, be sure that you got yourself a piece of iron wire ready, so you can easily, now you have to hold them really tight, pinch them together, careful, don't mess up with twist them on the back several times. There you have the bow. Well, it's not perfect, I'm aware of that. This one isn't centered, so now you can just fluff them the way you like it. Twist them a bit together. Just rearrange the whole thing until you're satisfied. Cover up the top section of the iron wire just by adjusting the bow a little bit more, making it a little bit more fluffy. Make sure that everything is secured really well. And then you can simply take some green and we're going to put it around like this. Put it in between and twist it a little bit more. Now you can cut off the excess part of the iron wire, but you have a really cute bow now. Funky, you can rearrange it the way you like it if you want to. Completely with some green. Time to adjust it to the package. You can just put some glue upon the bottom of the bow or upon one of the ribbons if you want to, and glue the thing together to the package. Well, here is the final result of the presents for Christmas made out of cardboard boxes. I'm really curious, but I will see that after the movie is posted on YouTube, how Janny's version turned out. At least I'm happy with mine. And this DIY was a lot cheaper than buying ourselves original farmhouse wooden presents for Christmas, because I think, well, I estimate the boxes were €3 each, so that is 6. The paper and the prints I already had at home. The glue cost me €1, so that is 7. I think I estimate about €10, €12, including the greenery and yeah, actually the burlap and the other ribbon. The greenery comes in larger branches. I only used small parts of them. But I'm really cute, really happy with the cute results, and I really like the prints on the front side. So let us know in the comment section what you think of this DIY, and if you have suggestions or anything else you'd like to say to us, please don't hesitate, just write it down in the comment section, and Janny and I will try to read it as quickly as possible.
So this was it already for today's video. We hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for spending some time with Dyanne and me. And if you like this content and you are not subscribed to Dyanne and my channel, we hope you will consider subscribing, and I hope you will tick the bell so you will be notified every time we upload our new video. And of course, everyone, we wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day. Stay safe, take care of yourself and take care of each other. And Dyanne and I hope to see you in our next video. Love from Dyanne and me. Bye everyone.